Today we are going to study objective affix. Druhasime ვისწავლით ობიექტთა აფიქსების შესახებ. So today we are going to study the objective affixes in a plural form. And honestly speaking, it's not that simple actually. And I think, well, to be honest, I sometimes make mistakes in this grammatical category. So personally, maybe for some other foreign people, it might be easy, but I find it kind of not that simple. So let's just take it easy. We can study slowly. But I'm going to explain, in this slide, I'm going to explain what the objective affix is, but I kind of suppose that the explanation is not going to be that self-explanatory. So maybe I personally think that it's better to read a lot of examples first and then go back to the actual grammatical rules and read the grammatical rules. But anyways, I'm going to explain what it is frankly, and then just read the actual examples. I think it's gonna be easier for us. So objective affix usually is added to the verbs in front of the verbs or in the end of the verbs, depends. And there are four affixes, objective affixes, that we want to remember in this video, which is me, these me, g, g, t. They are affixes that are added to the verbs to indicate, to refer to the object for the verbs. For example, if we use me, I'm going to use the actual verb here. Dapatyževa on the middle here. On dapatyževa, it means invite. Using this verb, I'm going to explain what it is. For example, I invite you. In this case, I have to use the objective affix g, because you is objective here. So me shen ge patyževi. This g is the actual the objective affix. Or if you invite me, shen me patyževi. You know, this me is the objective affix, indicating that the object is the first person singular form. Or you invite us, shen 주변 gue patyževi, gve, right? The first person plural form, gve, this affix should be used to use the verb. So these are the objective affixes that we want to remember, and it's not easy. I know that, and there are two rules that we have to remember when adding these objective affixes to a verb. First of all, when we use gu and or the second person singular form and second person plural form, gu or gute, these affixes are prioritized than v, which is the indicator of the first person singular form. So for example, me shen ge patyževi. I invite you. Me shen ge patyževi. Right? This is correct, grammatically correct. And we cannot say, for example, me shen be patyževi. We can't say that because g or g t are prioritized and prioritized than v. And that's why the correct form will be me shen ge patyževi. Actually, we can omit this shen because we already know who we are inviting by looking at the objective affix ge. Me ge patyževi. This is enough, by the way. If we want to exaggerate the objective, we can also add. We can of course add the shen, but usually Georgian people don't. They omit the object. So I just add the object here because I thought it would be much more easier for us to understand the objective for this sentence. So, me shen ge patijevi. We can say that, but we cannot say me shen ge patijevi. Okay? This is the first rule. And the second rule, the objective affix is added to the end of the verb according to the following rules. So, there are some kind of priority hierarchies. First of all, the third person plural form, the ending of the third person plural form, for example, n, s, and n, are prioritized than second person plural form, indicator marker 2. This 2 is again prioritized than third person singular form, s. So these are some kind of hierarchy here, ranking. First of all, su can be used, but if we have the second person plural form, two should be used, necessary. Two should be used. But if we have, for example, third person plural form, n, eb, n, s, and n, these affixes should be used rather than the letter 2 or letter s. So, for example, is, he or she, you, tukven, ge patije bit. This is correct form grammatically, and we cannot say is, tukven, ge patieba. I know it's kind of hard, right? I find it kind of complicated. English also doesn't have this kind of grammatical component in the English grammar, so I think it takes some time for us to understand the structure. But in this video, we are going to look at the actual verbs, and I think we will have much better gist of this objective affix. But at this moment, let's just remember that there are 4 objective affixes that we want to remember, which is me, first person singular form, and gv, first person plural form, g, second person plural singular form, and g, verb 2, second person plural form, which are added to indicate the objects or objectives for this phrase or for the sentence. And that's pretty much it. And we are going to see, now let's take a look at the actual examples using the verb da patijeva, to invite.
Me shen ge patijevi. Shen me patijevi. Is me patijeva. Me shen ge patijevi. Shen me patijevi. Is me patijeva. Me თქვენ გეპატიჟებით. შენ ჩვენ გვეპატიჟები, ის ჩვენ გვეპატიჟება. მე თქვენ გეპატიჟებით, შენ ჩვენ გვეპატიჟები, ის ჩვენ გვეპატიჟება.
So the first examples are here. Me შენ გეპატიჟები. I invite you. I invite you. You here is the object, so that's why we have to add the g. Second person singular form objective affix. Me shen ge patijebi. I invite you. Of course, we can omit this shen because it's obvious that who I am inviting, right? Me ge patijebi. We can also say that. And then you invite me. Shen me patijebi. Shen me patijebi. Again, me is the first person singular form objective affix. Shen me patijevi. And we can omit this me, of course. And the third example, he, she invites me. He, she is me patijeba invites. Third person singular form conjugation. So is me patijeba. Is me patijeba. Or is me patijeba. This is enough actually. And next, me tukven ge patijebit. Me tukven ge patijebit. I subjective and tukben objective. Gepatijebit. Gepatijebit because we are inviting some of you guys, many of you guys, plural form, right? That's why the conjugation form will be gepatijebit. And next, you invite me, some of you guys, plural form. Tukben. I'm sorry. You invite us. Shen, chuben, gupatiebi. Gupatiebi. Sorry, gupatiebi. Shen, you, singular form. Chuben, objective. First person plural form. Shen, chuben, gupatiebi. Guve. This is the objective affix for first person plural form, right? And the last one, he, she invites me. Is, he, she invites us. He, she invites us. Is, 주변 gupatijeba. Is, 주변 gupatijeba. Or, of course, we can also say is gupatijeba. And that's it. Right? Gepatijebi, mepatijebi, mepatijeba, gepatijebit, gupatijebi, and what was it? Gupatijeba. Depending on the objectives for the phrase, the form of the verb actually differ. So that's why objective affixes are kind of important. But it's kind of useful as well, because if we look at the verb and the objective affixes, we can understand, we really know who is the objective for the verb, right? So English doesn't have this kind of grammatical rule, nor the Japanese, but I find it kind of at the same complicated, but at the same time interesting and useful. Let's take a look at the second examples as well.
მე მათ ვეპატიჟები. შენ მათ ეპატიჟები. ის მათ ეპატიჟება. მე მათ ვეპატიჟები. შენ მათ ეპატიჟები. ის მათ ეპატიჟება. მე მას ვეპატიჟები. ისინი შენ გეპატიჟებიან. ისინი მას ეპატიჟებიან. მე მას ვეპატიჟები. ისინი შენ გეპატიჟებიან. ისინი მას ეპატიჟებიან.
So second examples, I invited them. მე მათ ვეპატიჟები. მე, შენ, ჩვენ, თქვენ. These are nominative forms, and at the same time, the dative cases indicating the objects for the verb are the same. მე, შენ, თქვენ, ჩვენ. Nominative and at the same time dative, right? But as for is and isini, the dative cases for these words are different. Is, mas, isini, mat, right? So that's why you have to use this word, mat. Me, mat, vepatijebi. Of course, we can omit mat as well. Me, mat, vepatijebi. And next, shen, mat, epatijebi. Shen, mat, epatijebi. Mat, isini, but dative case, isini, mat, And next, is, mat, epatijeba. He or she, them, mat, epatijeba. Is, epatijeba, mat. Is, mat, epatijeba. And fourth example here, me, mas, vepatijebi. Me, mas, vepatijebi. Me, nominative case, I. Is, but dative case, that's why mas. Is, mas, vepatijebi. Is, mas, vepatijebi. And next, shen, they invite you. Isini, shen, gepatijeben. Isini, shen, gepatijeben. Isini, nominative case. Nominative form, nominative case. Nominative case, third person's plural form, right? Isini, shen, dative case, by the way, second person singular form. Isini, shen, gepatijeben. G, right? This objective affix. And the last example here, isini, mas, epatijeben. Isini, nominative case, subject, and mas, is, mas. He, she, him, her. Is, mas. Him, her. Isini, mas, epatijeben. So we've been through only the verb conjugation for the verb invite to invite, inviting, the participle, right? As I told you, it's kind of complicated because our language is Japanese, English. Don't have this kind of grammatical category, so it might take some time for us, for you, for me as well, for me to have a better understanding. But my advice, my recommendation is that you read a lot of examples here. I put only the examples using the verb to invite, inviting. So please read them a lot, over and over again, and you will have a better understanding of this grammatical category, objective affix. Please take your time. Please take your time. We can study slowly, step by step. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, and abahi. Matta ne. I don't know what to say at the end of this video. Abahe.